Hello, 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 you absolute gorgeous people. How are you? Welcome to WRD Gaming and welcome to another, new series, I guess. Broken Sword, Shell of the Templars Reforged, only out on the 19th of September, so a few days old. It wasn't 19th, wasn't it? It was last Friday or Thursday, one of the 2 days. Anyway, it was out then. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Shell of the Templars. I loved it. Played it in the PS1 first of all, and then got the director's cut on the Wii and then on Steam. And now we are going to go through the Reforged edition, which is the third edition of Broken Swords. You had the original one, like I said, was on PC and PS1. Then you had the director's cut on Wii and the PC, and I think it was on the phone or some other versions of it. Now it was a little bit controversial because it had a new opening scene with Nicole, uh, where you played as her throughout the story, and it almost seemed like it was her story where George just came into, whereas Broken Sword traditionally has been George's story. So it was a little bit controversial, but they've gone back seemingly and made this basically all about George and as close to the original as possible while updating it. So shall we get into it? I think we should get into it. So let's go. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. Hopefully I'll maybe turn it up a slight bit because there's a lot of dialogue in this game, so I won't be talking over the dialogue. I promise you that much. And yeah, we'll go through the story together. There will be subtitles, so hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's go. New game. Here we go. So choose your preferred gameplay style. You can change these settings at any time in the option menu. So we can do the story, so you enjoy the interactive story at your own pace. Incidental actions you have tried before are removed. Automatic hints for gentle guidance during play. Or we can do the classic original adventure game experience. Keep track of repeat actions by yourself and manual hints only. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do the story mode because I never experienced this story mode. So yeah, we'll try it. Plus, it's been a minute since I played this and I'm doing it for video, so I don't want to look like a complete fool. So I think we'll do the story mode. Let me just make sure, yeah, everything's all good. Just making sure everything's set up nicely. So we'll do the story mode. Let's go. Okay, for Christ's sake. We're using the mouse. Now you can use a controller, but I'm not playing a point and click when I've got a mouse. So we're using the mouse. So we left click to walk about. Is this really giving us video hints here? It is. Okay. Move cursor around to find points of interest. Yes. Okay. When over something interesting, action icons will pop up, such as the hand and the eye. So that's basically pick up and examine. Left click to interact. So we can pick the cup up, for example. Alright, right click to examine. Very simple controls. Click here to show the menu bar. So you click over here. There's a menu. Access menu options, game help and control help here. Okay.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Nice little touch there where the Revolution logo's different. We now have cars on the street. We never had that before. And the water's moving in the river. The cars in the street's a nice wee touch. Oh. Bada bing, bada boom.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
Okay, so hopefully this didn't pick up, but at the very start there was a slight echo, and it turns out it was basically me monitoring the audio, so hopefully that didn't come out on the video at the very start of this, but I think I fixed the problem now. So here we are, we're playing as George Stobbart. We've just been in a bomb blast by that clown. He just killed the guy, so let's take a look at the umbrella.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
Well, shall we pick it up?
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Oh, here's a newspaper.
Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper.
Let's pick up a newspaper.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
I have to say, seeing George's face... Oh, you found an item. New controls, help is available. Okay. So, click here, or press spacebar to see your items. Right-click an item to examine it. To use an item, you left-click to first carry it. Then move over something and left-click again. To combine items, use them on each other. Pretty simple control scheme. So, there's a space bar. We can examine the newspaper.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
Sounds good to me. Right, so... is there anything else we can look at it here? Yes, George's face. What's this now?
It was an iron lamppost.
We can look at the lamppost.
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
So yes, he has good facial features now. All this looks a lot nicer. It just looks a lot nicer in general, as you would expect.
The table had been overturned by the explosion.
Can we look at the table?
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Oh, there's someone's arm. Look, so we'll go over here. So let's take a look at the window.
The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole. I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
No shit. Let's go inside. Oh, there's our little friend. Let's take a look.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page. The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly.
Nothing there.
I checked his pockets. Nothing.
Let's go look at the bottle.
A mysteriously undamaged bottle of spirit stood on the bar.
We'll just leave her lying there. She can just lie there. She's fine. She's fine.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
So obviously there's more damage here than in the previous version. He was a bit of just a mess on the floor. You can't really make him out, but now he's pretty detailed. Although he's relatively unscathed for being ground zero for a bomb blast. Because he was sitting about here and he got flew over there. A lot more damage under the bar, but for now, let us check on this poor waitress.
The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Let's see. Oh, there's a horn. Good facial features there again.
Oh, my head.
They're talking.
Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Shelley?
George Stobbart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve.
He could be
It was
Canadian.
something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
No.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Why not, love?
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
It's definitely the same voice actress that does Nico. Or Nicole. Is it Nico or Nicole? I can't remember.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Oh, mon Dieu. I've never seen a real-life corpse before. Except for Grandmaman. That was different. She was family. Has he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes.
So here's our conversation choices.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
He's honking the horn.
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Like a guilty husband.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Ah, where is the briefcase?
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
By George asks a lot of questions, doesn't he?
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Let's ask about newspaper.
Did this newspaper belong to the old gentleman?
I don't know.
Someone has scribbled a note on it. It reads, Salah Ed-Din, 1345. Does that mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
About this newspaper.
I told you, it means nothing to me.
All right.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
It's a crime scene, Georgie boy. I'm taking another wee look at
The
her.
waitress was clearly suffering from shock.
I don't think there's anything else right now we can look at in here. Then we'll go back outside. Should we walk? I know we have to go down here and talk to this guy. But that's where the clown ran off to. Huh. Tell you what we'll do, we'll go down here first of all. Oh.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the cafe.
To the
Now.
cafe. Marche. Bloody French.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death.
Bloody French.
However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
Right.
I doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur. It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
Whoopsies.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
I do not doubt that for one moment. Et maintenant, to business.
Here we go. We're gonna get bloody interrogated by this bald bastard.
Your name, please?
George Stobbart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobbart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes I did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
I saw a clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur?
She
Who am
saw
I
a
to
clown for
believe?
sure.
I wonder. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Good advice.
Great advice.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
What a load of shit. Oh, there she is. So, we've got the inspector.
Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Right, let's look at Sergeant Moo.
The sergeant was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken. Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
Go home, monsieur. Let's see if we can ask him some
Did you find
questions.
the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
What about the clown?
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly?
A
You
good
arrived
question.
within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rosso's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A.
And there's our man of mystery, the victim.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Let's see, we can maybe a newspaper.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
As a stretch.
Did I show you this newspaper?
Yes, monsieur.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
I've got Inspector Rosso's address card.
Yes, monsieur. You showed me before.
See you later, Sergeant.
Right, that's enough questioning him. Let's go question Nico.
The girl presented a confident but sullen mask to the world, an expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth.
No, George, don't go that way. Let's talk to Nico.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Yes, what is it?
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nico Collard from
Nicole.
La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Who's him again? Who is this guy? What does she know? She knows too much? She knows too little? What does she know?
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Charming.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter.
I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
It's a pretty good reason.
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
I wanted to ask you a few more questions, love. That was the account. Right, let's go over here. These posters are kind of cool. Woman in like a bathing suit, and a guy. It looks a bit like him. And sport something. Well, let's go into the alleyway. As you can see, it's kind of like sparkling there to let us know that you can go in here. So that's one of the hints that the game gives you now. Here we are in the alleyway. Let's take a look.
The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight.
Let's see if we can climb the drain pipe that goes all the way up now.
Breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Let's look at the window.
The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars. It was a battered
Cat
old
comes out
trash
here, I
can.
think. No.
It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine.
I think I have to go back and talk to the guy in the manhole cover. It's working outside. To get
I
the...
examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
I need to get the tool to take this manhole cover off. Oh, nice.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon. It was a battered old trash can.
Pretty sure a cat comes out of this one. Nice.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer.
I know I can't open it, I just want to give it a go.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Yeah, I need to go back out and talk to the guy that's working in the street. This guy here. Well, first of all, let's look at his phone.
It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
There's his toolbox.
It was a battered metal toolbox. It was a tent made out of plastic sheeting.
Let's talk to him.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Is this talking about Plantar? Let's ask him about him.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
Yes.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions.
A strange
They really
guy.
bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Bloody French.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Let's ask him
Look,
again.
I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Good point.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right.
How did he miss
Blew
it?
him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Merde. But why did he go to the bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's some deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain showmanship.
How did he not see it? He's only up the street from the cafe. So he must have heard it and then turned around and saw it. Although he's still working, so maybe he's just blind.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Nope, he's going to do a bet.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that night.
You want me to keep an eye on your hole, mate? Like that? As you're walking away? Just saying, it's a little bit, you know, a little bit, yeah. Let's take our manhole opener.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Right, so we'll get back to, what's this now? How does that guide your progress? Let's do often, because why not? Right, let's go this way. If I can. We need to go and open the manhole in the alleyway. So we'll go back down here. Right, space bar, manhole. This should work. Don't know how I fit that in this jacket. And then it
I
goes
lifted
again.
the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
It literally is the entrance to a sewer. I mean, that's what manholes are. Right, there's now a rat here, as you can see. That wasn't there before. It looks a lot darker down here too, compared to the original game. It's a lot better contrast. And there is a red ball. So let's get down and see what the deal with this is.
It was a shiny red plastic ball, sat incongruously on the slippery green slimed floor.
Let's pick it up.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Some kind of clown's nose. My goodness.
It was the clown's red nose.
Now, I'm pretty sure there's meant to be... We'll go on down. It's meant to be a bit of his clothing down here too. Oh yes, here we go. So here's a tissue.
It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue.
I'm actually gonna pick this up.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Nice. There's a railing. We'll take a look at
The
it.
railing was put there for a simple reason, to stop people getting past. It worked.
Can we do anything with it? I don't think we can. We're supposed to lift it up. He's gonna try. He's gonna try. He's gonna try. Right, there's a piece of
It was
material.
a small scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike.
Let's pick it up. And that's part of the clown's
I
trousers.
took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Right, let's set up the ladder. I think we've got everything we can from the sewer.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat.
Sewer rat.
I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Better tell him all the truth. We're looking for a clown.
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes.
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Mondo.
Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are
One and the same.
one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Fucking hell, waste pipes, washing people's holes, opening manholes. What the hell's going on in this game?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
There's something about the voices in this game. They're really clipping out. So, why is there another horn pumping? You hear that? The voices are like clipping out, so they're getting really loud at the end of words. Strange. I wonder if it's coming across in the video.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, hey, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
He's really against me, isn't he?
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Right, let's show him some things here.
Perhaps you.
Why does that keep pumping? What the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
So I had to ask all these questions again. Of course, I probably should have shown him the card first of all, and then he wouldn't have went through all that fucking rigmarole. Typical bloody French.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Let's ask about Plantard.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
That was pretty simple. Let's ask about the waitress.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert?
No.
I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time.
We'll ask about her again.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And talking about getting relief from a waitress is even more disgusting. You dirty old pervy bastard.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs, stolen jewels.
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
And then we can ask some questions about our items.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Did I show you my tool?
What?
Oui, monsieur. Just like mine, except that it is much smaller.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Interesting theory.
Take a look at this false nose.
You showed me before, monsieur.
Now a little tissue.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me?
Good question.
Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Show it again.
Did I show you this tissue?
Oui, monsieur.
A bit of cloth, a
Does
bit
this
of
piece
the
of material mean anything?
trousers, I think.
That is the same
Oh, jacket.
cloth as the jacket.
Jacket.
I found.
Never mind. Jacket.
I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
This is the material from the jacket you found, right?
Yes, monsieur. Without a doubt.
Let's ask about the jacket
Now,
itself.
about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
What was his name?
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
Imagine if he was the clown all along. The guy you were talking to there was Khan. Spoiler alert. The assassin.
What was the name on the label?
Assassin.
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that is a little secret number that I learned in the desert.
In the desert.
I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Eh.
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Raymond, I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
And that is the last we ever see of that guy, I think. I could be wrong.
Hope you find your
I think that's the last we see of him.
So do I.
Right, let us use the telephone. Here we're going to phone Todrick or Nicole. I say we phone Todrick.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobbart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobbart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Right, so about Plantard.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Thorough investigation, this.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
Here we go again.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
What about the clown, buddy boy?
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
I think you do.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Well, that's that for now.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
We'll get back to him though. But we will phone Nicole. Jesus Christ, I gotta stop calling her Nico. And arrange to meet her in her apartment.
Bonjour, Collard.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobbart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
And so, do we go this way? Yes, we do. Do you remember how you get to the map? You just go this way. Takes the world map. Yep, here we are. So that's where we were. There's a police station and there's Rougerie, the place where Nico is. So shall we go there or shall we go to the police station? I think we'll go here. Let's go talk to the lovely flower seller.
The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
Let's go talk to her. She teaches us a trick on how to open the door to get into Nicole's apartment.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
It's true. Good point.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that
It's
if
about
I was
death.
you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me.
What about anything that's for love?
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Let's talk about Nicole herself.
Do you know a young woman called Nico Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge.
There it is.
It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
And what about her?
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. You're a young lady. She deserves better.
Uh-huh.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh,
Jealous
I've heard
much?
her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now, don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
What's this now? This mumbo
I've changed
jumbo?
my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
Alright, let's pay the 10 francs.
How does this fortune
Why
telling
not?
routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Okay, here we're going to talk about psychic
Can you
powers.
really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
Spooky.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Some spooky shit, that is.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Did I show you this tool?
Yes.
My dear. Show
Do
the
you
nose.
recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
Tissue next.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing?
And now the jacket material.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Hmm.
See you later.
That was it.
That's right, monsieur.
That's abrupt.
You will.
Right, now we can get into this building here, so let us walk over and give it a gentle nudge like she suggested.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
There we go. And we're in. There she is.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Thank you. I think I will. Nice clothes hung over the light thing here, I guess.
Eh
Clothes
bien?
horse.
And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh, no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy.
What?
The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone.
Right, let us talk about Plantard.
How did Plantal get your name?
For the newspaper La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer.
A costume killer.
Plantar said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Let's talk about the clown now.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grown up.
Interesting.
The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
A snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
It's all a bit weird.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Let's talk about her for a second.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Alright, let's talk about our items.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do. This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Yes, you showed me before.
I did.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
Oh, we got some
The
information.
contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, you might have had a cold.
So that's another wee clue we got.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
And now the piece of
I
cloth.
found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made.
What's this gonna be?
Look what that guy's
That
wearing.
son of a bitch.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar.
Big scar.
In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Right, so I guess we'll ask about that
How
photo.
come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Right, so about her again.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Being a bit of a
my
nosy
mother went off
bastard.
with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
I have one more time.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Right, so I guess we'll check that
You
one more
want this
time.
photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Did I show you this tissue?
Let me just go over these
Yes,
just one more
George.
time.
I asked you to get rid of it.
Yeah, just because.
I showed you the red
still
nose,
click on them?
didn't I?
Yes, you did. Why don't you pay a visit to the shop it came from?
I just might do that. This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Yes,
Right, this phone.
May I use your telephone?
Someone.
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Let me phone your man again. Just to piss him off. Would
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone.
And if I don't,
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
I guess we'll have to find his name.
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar?
I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Alright.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Thanks for nothing, you asshole. I guess we're gonna leave.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
Thanks. Let's go to the costume shop then. We'll go and we'll find out what his name is. So then we can ask Todrick about him using his name and then find out where he's staying. I think that's the plan. There's that crazy bitch. Let's get out of here. Right, where is the coffee? Is there? That's the costume shop, isn't it? Yes, I believe so. Oh, look where we are. Let's take a wee look at the clown costume.
The dummy wore a traditional Puro costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy. I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
It didn't move.
She reminded me of a girl I dated back in high school. Come to think of it, the dummy had more personality.
Ha 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 ha.
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico.
Nico,
The strange
see?
thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
So it's Nicole and Nico. It can work both either way. Either way. Oh, there's an antique.
It was an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
It's just playing music as you do.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome.
Thank you.
Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I
What?
don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Let's ask him about Plantard.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
That was thorough.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Can't be too many clown suits.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
Of course, I could just show him the photograph, but we'll keep this
How come
going for
clowns
now.
are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
Let's ask him about our... Oh, see, it's kind of flashing, telling us what we need to do.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
But we'll keep the line of questioning
Do you want this red nose back?
like this.
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Well, he too.
About this tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
Let's show him the photograph.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Card.
Ah, so he's got a name. Can.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Card.
Are you sure this
Oh,
is
we
the
just
same man who
did
hired
this
the
already.
clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Card.
Okay. That's all we needed to know, sir.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Just-
Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Oh, you cheeky bugger.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
It's good advice. Oh my god, I want to pick up the novelty poop.
It was a disgustingly realistic plastic novelty. Like one I'd left on the teacher's desk at school. Boy, That caused so much of a stink you'd have thought it was a real one.
I'm picking it up, taking it with me.
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I
It
realized
wasn't
my
a
mistake.
novelty.
It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
It's actual
The
poo.
sight of the dog waste set my stomach churning again. I quickly looked away. No way was I going to touch that thing again.
That was actually quite funny. Is that an original game? Because I don't remember that. Let's get out of here. We're going back to Nico's to make a phone call. Now that we got a name to go on, we can go and phone up Todrick and find out where the killer is staying using the name we got from the tailor. Or no, sorry, not the tailor, the shop owner. The tailor is Todrick, isn't it? I don't know, kind of confused a wee bit.
Salut, George. What news?
Well,
I've been to the costume shop.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes, and you know it.
silly
Did you
woman.
ask about the clown?
Yeah. He used the name Khan. He hired 2 costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he kills.
Oh, God, don't let it be me. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
A damn
Don't
pixie.
be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
No, because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
Can I be evil?
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
Oh, I can't.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay, okay. I get the picture.
Let's talk about the clown, or
What
can.
are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Oh, cheeky bastard.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Let's phone up.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Let's get Todrick on the line.
Hello? Who is this?
It's George Stobbart again.
What now?
I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The
Oh,
Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
so now we know what hotels he's staying in.
Now we're getting somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where the clown stayed.
Good work, George.
Right, let's get out of here.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
Right. Can I go in here? Yes, I can. Game options. Save game. Oh, look at all those saves. So that's good news. We're gonna save here. There we go. So I don't really need to save because that already auto saved for me. Didn't it? I think so. Only a few seconds in between. Yeah, it did. Okay, well, that is the end of this part. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of more videos such as this one and others that will be coming up. It just keeps you notified means you'll not miss out on anything if you did happen to like what you saw here. And yes, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you again for part 2 of this, and whatever video may come. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.